5 things you need to know about Enola Holmes 2. Enola Holmes 2 will be available on Netflix later this year, and we now have a confirmed release date. While we wait for the trailer, let's do some digging and find out everything we can about Enola Holmes 2. The relationship between Enola, Sherlock, and Euphoria. One of the main reasons why fans will be excited about Enola Holmes is to see the titular character reunited with Sherlock. Toward the end, the famous detective expresses an interest in mentoring his sister and leaves her a message as a clue. Enola, on the other hand, is determined to forge her own path and communicates this to her brother by leaving her pinecone, Dash. Although Enola and Sherlock are unlikely to meet anytime soon, viewers will be hoping for the two to collaborate to work together. One of the first things the previous film's ending sets up for the sequel. Enola and her mother are also reunited in the first film. Euphoria meets her daughter for a brief moment after following Enola's coded messages in the newspaper. Though the mother must depart, she advises the protagonist to forge her own path and to reach out to her in times of need. Although fans didn't see much of Euphoria in the first franchise, her teachings and principles were always present with the female protagonist. More mother-daughter scenes, perhaps about the suffrage movement, as set up by the first film's ending, can be expected in the second franchise. Release date: Enola Holmes 2 will be available on Netflix worldwide on Friday, November 4th, at the usual times of 12 AM PT, 3 AM ET, and 8 AM UK time. That's a slight delay from the first film's September release, but at least we can start counting down the days. The sequel began filming in October 2021, and Cavill revealed in late November that he had completed his final day on set. Enola Holmes 2 filming was completed by Netflix in January 2022. The cast: Millie Bobby Brown is, of course, back as Enola Holmes. She told EW, "I view the series as the most important moment in my career so far because it's something that I developed." She then added, "My age and gender has never defined my job, so everyone on set really respected me and heard me. It was such a nice environment to be able to experience." Henry Cavill has been confirmed to reprise his role as Sherlock Holmes, but there has been no word on Sam Claflin reprising his role as Mycroft Holmes. Unless they're just keeping it a secret, it seems unlikely that he's returned. Lewis Partridge confirmed his return as Tewksbury at Netflix's TUDUM event in September 2021. Helena Bonham Carter, Adil Akhtar, and Susan Wokoma return as Euphoria Holmes, Lestrade, and Edith, respectively. Sharon Duncan Brewster, David Thewlis, Hannah Dodd, Abby Hearn, Gabriel Tierney, and Sarana Suling Bliss are among the newcomers in the sequel. According to Entertainment Weekly, Thewlis plays a shady cop, while Duncan Brewster plays a mysterious character with ties to the case that Enola is investigating. So far, that's all we know about the new characters. The plot. Along with the first images, the official synopsis for Enola Holmes 2 was released by Netflix. It reads, "Now a detective for hire like her infamous brother, Enola Holmes takes on her first official case to find a missing girl, as the sparks of a dangerous conspiracy ignite a mystery that requires the help of friends and Sherlock himself to unravel." That sounds like the setup for the second Enola Holmes Mysteries novel, on which the film series is based. Enola attempted to track down the missing lady Cecily Allister in the case of the left-handed lady while avoiding her brother Sherlock. We doubt the sequel will be an exact adaptation, but it appears to have been inspired by the novel. Millie teased to EQ, "We set the film in the hustle and bustle of London, which is something that we didn't really get to see as much in the first one." She then added, "We got to really see what this young girl is doing in this crazy city that surrounds her night and day." Meanwhile, director Brad Beer added, "I wanted this story to be a grittier one. I wanted to introduce her to working class girls in a working class world. I wanted it to be a completely new world for Enola, so she was more out of her depth." It's possible that the sequel will continue where the first film ended. Enola resumes her search for her mother after saving the Lord, and she finally receives a coded response in a newspaper, allegedly from her mother, telling Enola to meet her at the Royal Academy that night. Enola realizes it's all a ruse from Sherlock and Mycroft, so she disguises herself as a newspaper vendor to confirm her suspicions. They leave, but Sherlock notices Enola's childhood toy, a pinecone she named Dash, so he knows that she was there. Back in her room, Enola is surprised by her mother, who apologizes for leaving her, but Euphoria knows it's not safe to tell Enola where she's going because she's involved in the suffragist movement. She assures Enola that she will always be there for her if she needs her, and that all Enola has to do is leave her a coded message in the newspaper as she did before. Sherlock better watch out, because Enola is in town and she's likely to be taking some of his cases. But will they end up being allies or enemies in the sequel? I guess we'll find out. Trailer. While Enola 2 has been confirmed for November, we don't yet have a trailer. Hopefully we don't have too much longer to wait.